This telecast is copyrighted by Hometown 24 for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or retransmission of this game without the express written consent of Hometown 24 is prohibited.
Welcome to the Bank of Hyman Game of the Week here from the Richard Nixon Center here on the campus of Leslie County High School. Coach Wendell Wilson Court. And we've got the finale, I hate to say finale, of the regular season between the Leslie County Lady Eagles and the Harlan County Lady Black Bears. And I'm Manus Blair, and I'm joined by Jim McCauley. And Jim, we bring it to a close after tonight.
Yeah, you know, and it's always a little bittersweet, but we are all so amped about the next 2 weeks of mountain basketball. But, you know, we got a great game in store, and it's a game of youth versus the senior Latin team. So you've got an incredibly young, talented team from Harlan County.
And the second time they faced each other.
Yes, and then, you know, of course, you guys that listen to us regularly, you've probably had a chance to watch Leslie County a couple of times. And, you know, Leslie having an outstanding season this year, led by, you know, congratulations in order as well,
yes.
But led by the 14th Region Female Player of the Year. Congratulations,
Miss Ava Napier.
To Miss Napier. So that's a major feather in her cap, and something that, you know, that's voted on by the coaches throughout the region. So that's a sign of respect from those coaches. So we're, you know, really excited about this matchup tonight.
Yeah, and, you know, when you look at Harlan County and Coach Greer's team, and, of course, we've had them one other time, a very young team, as you mentioned, Jim, and, you know, led by Miss J.C. Simpson, and she predominantly handles most of the basketball, but they like to shoot the three. They a lot of times they play the zone on the defensive side. And to Leslie County, you know, that's where they kind of struggle a little bit against the zone. And, of course, we said that one other time, and then we come over here and Taylor Couch makes like 9 threes.
Well,
so,
and, you know, Manson, we've watched Leslie County several times this year, and I've seen so much growth.
Yeah.
You know, not just because, you know, Ava Napier does Ava Napier things.
Mm-hmm.
She's a speed demon, such a defensive dynamo out there. But, you know, I've really been impressed with the growth of Lexi Wilson.
Yeah.
And she has brought a whole nother dimension to that Leslie County basketball team.
Well, you know, 3 years ago in our pre-regional thing that we had, I put her probably too much heat on her by saying she was going to be that person. And now as we into the end part, she has become that person.
Yeah, and I think it's since December.
And, you know, maturing from it.
Yeah.
But as we talk about, and we're going to go to the Tim Short auto keys of the game right away here because we're losing time quickly. And let's talk about Leslie County first. What does Leslie County need to do tonight, the keys to the victory for them?
Well, for them, it starts first with just mass chaos. And there's no better way to put it. You know, when they can really pressure the basketball, get into transition, they're really good. They've got 5 girls that can all handle the ball. You know, they can attack the basket off the dribble. So I think that's the number one for them. And number 2, and it's kind of when Leslie has bad nights, a lot of times it's foul trouble. Mm-hmm. And that usually starts with Lexi Wilson. Yeah. And she's got to stay out of foul trouble because she is, you know, Harlan's a very small team.
And like we said off the air, she did not play in that first matchup.
Yeah, so you know, I think that's the keys for Leslie County, to really pressure the ball, create a lot of chaos and points off turnovers, and to stay out of foul trouble, Manus.
And what about the Harlan County Lady Black Bears?
Well, I think it's almost going to be opposite of they want to drive the basketball. We watched them play against a really good Bell County team, and the guards are really good at getting in the paint. They love to go downhill quick, and if you leave them open, they're going to shoot it. So for them, even though they'll zone it, they still want to make it an up and down game. So I think it's going to be a really interesting matchup.
Yeah, and I think too, when you're talking about everybody has a different way of making it an up-tempo game. Leslie County's going to come more with a one-guard front, 84 feet pressure. Harlan County's going to come with a two-guard front with a 2-2-1, and it's just a different kind of pressure. That puts pressure on the ball handlers. Not necessarily do you trap unless it's on the sideline. And, of course, Leslie County's going to trap you regardless.
Wherever they can get it.
Regardless. And, I just think it's going to be a really good game. The first time they played, I think it was like a 4-point game over at Harlan County. And usually I go down and talk to Mr. John Henson, and he gives me an update on everything. And I did not do that this time, so I'll beg out on that. But thank you for joining us here on Hometown 24, and we're just looking real forward to the district tournament. But in this time, you got all these seniors playing their last game on their home court.
And it's tough, you see kids, like Ava and Abe, that's played here probably,
5 or 6 years.
Yeah, and there's something special about it. And we've really figured that out, Manus, with these Glory Road games.
Yeah.
Talking to guys that are 20, 30, sometimes 50 years removed, and they walk back into the gym and their eyes filled with tears because it's so much of your life.
Good memories.
Yeah, great memories. Sometimes at that time, maybe they didn't feel like they were great memories, but those were the things that they all talked about. Remember when Coach made us do this, or when we were running these, or when I got my
right over there in that corner.
Exactly. And we saw that so often in our Glory Road games.
Right.
So these are memories, and the kids don't realize it at 17 and 18. They got life by the tail, don't they, Manus?
They have no idea. They have no idea. But, when you're starting to look at Leslie County, of course, in the pecking order of the 14th region right now, they're probably that number 2 team, probably by a little bit of a margin.
Yeah.
And, of course, they're trying to get on that top number 1, and, of course, they'll have that opportunity. Next week they'll play Purry Central, and we'll talk about the girls in the 53rd, 54th, 55th, and 56th, about the matchups and those kinds of things throughout this game. But Harlan County on the reverse side, I don't think they're really expecting a great deal from them, but they have come a long way from the very beginning. Even though their record is like, 13 and 12, I believe. It's 13 and 12. So they have really come on in the end, and you expect that from a coaching staff that is saying you're young, but you're no longer young.
Oh, and we saw that, case in point, Hazard, very similar.
Right.
Those girls started off playing in 7th grade.
Take your lumps.
And they got whomped, and now they're kind of on the other end of that. But, not Harlan, big win last week, knocked off the Lady Dogs. And,
right.
We haven't had a chance to watch it. I don't know what happened.
Yep.
But it was kind of one of those that kind of sent a few little shock waves through the 14th region when that popped up on the Arbiter. So, it's very interesting to see this Harlan team.
And it's been a while since we did do the Bell County, Harlan County game. So it's been a little bit over a month now from the time we did it. So looking to see what they've improved upon. And really they've got to get from their Noe and Robinson, they have got to box out against Wilson. And not only Wilson, Banks.
Yes, Banks is a warrior on the paint, and that's one thing. Leslie County, we saw, they're a pretty doggone good rebounding team.
Oh yeah, and when you look at the amount of rebounds that each one of them have, there is a dramatic difference. It's almost like 34 rebounds for Leslie County and 23 for Harlan County. And I know a lot of that's based on who you play and whatever, but that is a big disparity.
Yeah.
And with that being said, that's going to end our pregame and our keys to the game with the Tim Short Auto Group. And we're going to have the national anthem. And then after the national anthem, we'll have the starting lineups here from the campus of Leslie County High School. So stay with us here on Hometown 24, and we expect a good one.
This is News 12.
Since 1985, Hometown 24 has been serving this community with local programming produced by local people.
Hornet's going to air it out. He's got a man out here. Linden caught it to 45.
Using the latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your Hometown News tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
For over a century, Bank of Heinemann has proudly served Knott County and the surrounding communities. They're your hometown bank, built on trust, service, and a commitment to their neighbors. With online banking, bill pay, and mobile deposit, they blend today's convenience with the personal service you've always known. Visit them on the Heinemann Bypass or at the Holly Hills Shopping Center. Bank of Heinemann, where tradition and trust still matter.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
At Appalachian Wireless, we believe the future of our region starts with our students. That's why we're proud to award scholarships to non-deserving high school seniors throughout the Appalachian Wireless coverage area from the class of 2026. It's our way of investing in the hard work and dedication and the next generation of leaders right here at home. So students can learn more at any Appalachian Wireless retail location or at appalachianwireless.com, or just by asking their guidance counselor on how to apply. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Welcome back to the Bank of Hyman Game of the Week. A nice rendition of the national anthem. And once again, thanks to everybody that's tuning in. Ryan Farmer, Bumper Adams. And now we will have the starting lineups. First will be for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Harlan County Lady Black Bears, 13-12 on the season. Number 13, sophomore guard, Jaylee Cochran, averaging 8.4 points a game. Number 32, senior forward Lacey Robinson, averaging 1.4 points a game. Number 10, freshman guard J.C. Simpson, averaging 11.6. Number 11, freshman guard Reagan Clem, averaging 8 points a game. And number 23, senior forward Whitney No, averaging 1.9. The Harlan County Lady Black Bears are coached by Mr. Gary Greer. And now for your home team on the scoreboard, it will be the Leslie County Lady Eagles, 20-7 on the season. Winners of 4 in a row, RPI rating of number 2 in the 14th region. Number 15, senior forward, Natalie Banks, averaging 4.5 points. Number 11, senior forward, Lexi Wilson, averaging 8.6 points a game. Number 3, senior guard, Peyton Turner, averaging 9 points a game. Number 5, senior guard, Taylor Couch, 14.4. And your senior player of the year in the 14th region, number 14, senior guard Ava Napier, averaging 13.1 points per game. Leslie County is coached by Miss Olivia Farmer. Thought we were in South Carolina for a second if they started throwing those towels around.
Don't want to hear no roosters crowing.
yeah, maybe an eagle crow or something. But our officials tonight will be Gary Hammonds, Dylan Fields, and a happy birthday to Mr. Dirk Flincham, who will be our R1 tonight.
Oh, and he's a legend.
It's called a many of basketball and baseball games in the 14th region.
Yes, he has. And you look at the size disparity right here between Wilson.
Yep, and Wilson's going to tip it back, and it will go to Napier. Thought about it for just a second. Harlan County in the 2-3.
Yeah, look for Couch to get going early in this 2-3.
Goes all the way across Turner. Turner with a 3. Doesn't go. Good box out. Can't get to it. Didn't know have it. It's going to be thrown away as Wilson threw it through the hands of Banks. Simpson with a basketball. Leslie County man-to-man. No, will come it off, hand off to Simpson. 14-footer is good.
You know, and Simpson's good from there. And we watched her against Bell County. You're getting that intermediate range.
Couch, long 3, comes up short. Rebound's going to come to Cochran.
And Harlan making a very concerted effort to get a body on somebody when they're on the shots.
One and done out of that zone, and instrumental in their win. That's going to be a turnover over on the sideline. Cochran lost control of the basketball. One minute in to you just sometimes as a senior in your last game, you may get a little bit emotional, need to get a little sweat going.
Well, coaches don't like anything that's from the ordinary, you know. Anything, especially, you know, when high school kids get very emotional. They don't play the way they normally play.
Oh, yeah. Wilson knocks it out of bounds, and it will be Harlan County basketball.
Here's that pressure we talked about from Leslie County.
Kind of a little bit of a token man-to-man, 84 feet.
Oof.
Goes to no, long 3, and that's going to go.
They have a very, very, very strong screen up top to free the passer to find the open shooter.
Goes to Turner.
You know, Leslie County, not a lot of movement on offense against that zone.
Couch, long 3, and it's not going to go. So it's working for Harlan County. And, of course, they're getting that first rebound as well.
And, you know, both of the threes that Couch has shot have been 23, 24-footers. Maybe just a little bit out of her range to get started.
Cochran with a floater goes off the board, and Wilson will get the rebound to Turner. Working her way through. Couch with a pump fake with a floater, and it's not going to be there. Rebound's going to come to Simpson.
Yeah, Cochran doing a really good job on the boards tonight for Harlan Lady Bears.
And, you know, it has to be a collective. If you don't have the size, it has to be a collective effort in order to rebound when you've got size differentials. And that's going to be Clem with a jumper. Doesn't go. Rebound to Banks. Quickly, Coach Greer asked for a sub to come, and that's going to be a foul as Noah was leaning on her. That's going to be Noah's first. The sub for will be Napier, the 8th grader, Taylin Napier. And out will go Robinson for Coach Greer.
So they, you know, they're pretty doggone small right now.
Trying to go inside to Wilson. She'll turn back off the board. Doesn't go. Rebound's going to come down And that's going to be a foul. That foul is going to be on Banks.
Usually, Manus, when there is a scrum, you will find Banks. Because she's as hard-nosed as they get.
You got that right, and that's going to be a jump ball, and it will stay with Harlan County. And Coach Greer is pointing and say, you need to come up and help a little bit. It's going to be thrown back. Oh, and that could have been dangerous right there.
Yeah, lucky break for the Lady Bears right there.
Kick to Napier. As I said, Napier is an 8th grader. Simpson goes in off the board, and she'll put it in.
Yeah, great jab step to set that drive up.
So a 7-0 run to start the basketball game. And it's going to be knocked away. It hits the official, but he was inbounds. Ball's knocked away, and it will stay with Leslie County. So Harlan County off to a good start.
Yeah, they are, and that 2-3 is really, they're trying to get the ball inside to Wilson, and the defense is collapsing so quickly on her that she's really not got an option to go up and score.
And Coach Farmer calls a timeout. She's got that perplexed look on her face, and really coming up with a serious tone here. So calls a timeout, try to get them settled, try to get them organized on what they need to be doing against this 2-1-2 zone of Harlan County, who has presented problems in Leslie County yet to knock down any 3-pointers. Ball will be put in play underneath with 4:42 to go in the first quarter. Comes in to Wilson off the board, and it's good.
And that's the first time, first time that she got a chance to get her shoulder square and go up for a shot.
Well-designed play by Coach Farmer coming out of the timeout. Runyons is in the basketball game for Harlan County now. Didn't realize that after timeout. Taken away by Napier as and Simpson gets her hands on it.
Boy, I really like how hard Harlan County's playing right now. Ex-Black Bear legend Maddox Huff says, "Go Bears and Coach G."
That's exactly.
And we sure enjoyed watching him play.
Yeah, nice play on the inside as Wilson will have the bucket. And the foul will be on Runyons, who just came into the basketball game. So concerted effort to go inside to find a gap for Wilson. Wilson would go to the line 57% to try to complete the 3-point play. And she does.
Yeah, and Eagles a little bit more active on the offensive end, not as much standing around the last 2 times down here.
Ball went through the hands of Napier, but Banks hit it out of bounds. Goes into Simpson, and she's going to get called for step. So turnover Harlan County, and after the timeout.
Yeah, inspirational speech, obviously, by Coach Farmer to get the young ladies to move a little bit better. Now, that's more her shot.
And it's missed. Napier with a rebound coming down the left-hand side. Going against Banks will go to the floor, and that's going to be a walk on Napier. Lost her footing trying to get the ball back out.
Yeah, and Harlan County a little bit too fast right now. So you see now they're front, really trying to deny Wilson the ball in there.
And the ball's knocked away. Banks has got it. Being very handsy are the Harlan County Lady Black Bears. As I say that, maybe too handsy. And it's going to be on Napier, her first.
Yeah, there's a real bright future for these young Lady Bears.
Goes into Wilson, and once again, she's going to put it in and be fouled.
So Wilson is accounting for all the baskets or all the points right now for Lady Eagles. And we talked about her in pregame. Just becomes such a more a threat offensively.
And Runyons is going to come out of the game, and back into the game will come Cochran. Wilson will go back to the line. She's got all 7 points for Leslie County, make that 8. Comes into Simpson and back to Clem, and she'll work it up. Goes into Landa, and she'll kick it back out. Got to know where Simpson is at all times.
You're right.
Knocked away by Banks, and it's going to be a 2 or 3-on-1. Couch with a hesitation dribble off the board, misses it. Fight for the rebound. It's going to be a tie-up, and it will stay with Leslie County. Napier will kick it back to Turner, goes back into Wilson, knocked away by Napier, out of bounds. We got a lot of Napiers here tonight.
Yes, there are.
3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Thank you for joining us here on Hometown 24. Goes into Wilson. She'll turn back up and under, and she'll put it in.
A major play right there for Miss Wilson.
And Coach Greer says, give me a timeout, and it's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here.
You know, that's a 10-0 run, man. That's
yes.
By the Lady Eagles. All, you know.
After the timeout.
Yes, after the timeout.
So now we'll see if Coach Greer can institute the same kind of little bit of a perplexed look, and he's finger pointing at him right now. But when you've got young players, you've got to make sure it's a teaching moment. You can see that Coach Greer was doing some teaching about where you need to be in relation to that zone against Wilson, because the zone is intended not to get the ball inside. Simpson trying to get open, and she does. And they'll clear out, and she'll work it up.
You know, Harlan County essentially plays a 4-guard offense.
Simpson trying to get her shot off through the screen of Robinson. Ball is knocked away and back to it, and that's going to be a turnover. Napier will once again work out of the 1-3-1 set. Goes into Banks, turns back, and saved by Turner.
Yeah,
thought it was going out of bounds. Banks will shoot it, misses it, rebound to Napier.
Yeah, that was an athletic save by Banks right there.
I thought it was going to Coach Greer over here on the sideline. We near the 2-minute mark, and been a game of 2 runs so far. Yeah. Let's see if Harlan County can do the same. Simpson goes in there, 14-footer is off. Rebound to Wilson, knocked away by Simpson, and she is going to be fouled. That foul is going to be on Wilson. Even though Simpson doesn't have a whole lot of height, she's got good length to her, and she is really good on-ball defender. There is the little curl trying to get Cochran open. Napier with a nice drive off the board and puts it in.
You know, and that's what I was getting ready to say before that happened. Harlan County's got to find a way to get in that drive into the paint.
And it goes in, and Napier takes it away as Wilson tried to get it back up after the miss by Turner. Harlan County with a 5-out offense, trying to beat the person. Goes back inside to Robinson.
Pass.
She misses it, gets her own rebound, and puts it back in.
Yeah, that was a really nice entry pass right there.
So Harlan County, 4-0 run coming out of the timeout. Kicker to Taylor Couch. She'll shoot the 3, and it's not going to go. Hits the top of the backboard. Napier trying to find room and was blocked, but it was going to be a foul call.
Well, diminutive in size she may be. There's a lot of fight in that lassie. She really got in there and scrummed with the girls to get that second shot up to draw the foul.
She'll go to the line 74% on the season. Makes the first one. And Noel will come back in as Napier will take a break for Coach Greer.
Yeah, Coach Greer has really used a lot of subs already in this game, keeping the players fresh.
Makes the second one. Comes into Simpson, back to Clem, and Harlan County fans wanting a foul there. Simpson goes into the lane, kicker to Cochran, and they'll work it back and forth, a three-man. And it's going to be a walking call. Thought they may have been just a little bit of contact in that before.
Yeah, it was a really nice move right there.
Goes to Napier. Napier looking in, knocked away by Cochran.
Game quickly getting very, very physical.
Cochran to Simpson, and Coach Greer is hollering about coming up and setting a screen. Robinson will set the screen for Simpson. She'll go in off the board, misses it. Banks will get the rebound. Goes in the couch and knocked away, and it's knocked away again, and it will stay. And it will be Harlan County basketball.
Ten seconds to go right here.
Not sure they know how much time is up. Simpson gives it to no, and she did know, and she'll knock it down.
Big three to end the first quarter for the Harlan County Lady Bears.
And it will end the first quarter 14-12. Harlan County, stay with us here on Hometown 24.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
Welcome back to the Richard Nixon Center here on the campus of Leslie County High School. After one, Harlan County 14, Leslie County 12. Lexi Wilson with 10 points. We mentioned that earlier for Leslie County. A mixture with Harlan County. You have 4 Lady Black Bears in the scoring column, and you have Miss Whitney Noe, who is a 1.9 point player. She's got 6. Had Cochran on the backside. She was open there. Goes in, floater, and that's going to be a nice move for Clem, and that puts her in the scoring column.
So 5 separate ladies in the scoring column for the Black Bears.
And like you said, a lot of players being played by Coach Greer. Coach Greer pointing something on the floor. There must be something. Not sure what it is. Nice eyes by Coach Greer.
Almost looks like Harlan's into like a 3-2 now, or a matchup. I don't know exactly what they're.
I think it's just depending on how many you got out there. Napier will go in, and Napier is going to be fouled. And I think that's going to be on Robinson. Yep. And that's going to be Robinson's first foul. And they'll say Napier was shooting, and she'll shoot 2. Makes the first 3 of 3 so far.
Yeah, Harlan County, as you can see, are so much more successful. They can drive the ball and get in that 6 to 8 foot range.
And Napier will make the second. Simpson will bring it up, and like I said, Simpson does an outstanding job of dribbling the basketball. Looking for the screen by Robinson, working around the screen. I'm sure Coach Farmer didn't have no on the scouting report, but now you've got a player and thought there for a second, and she goes right through, and she is going to be fouled by Banks.
And listen, man, she doesn't look like a 1.9.
No.
I mean, that's a big-time move to the left hand right there that drew the foul.
And, after you make those 2 threes and then you pump fake, you're coming out
exactly.
there. No, 58% from the free throw line. And the first one's going to come up long and into the basketball game for the first time for Leslie County will be Peyton Hochstedler, the freshman, and out will go Banks. Banks picking up those 2 fouls. Second one is up, and it is good. First matchup, they made 18 of 19 free throws.
Wow.
So excellent job, and that's how you win basketball games. If David Adams was here, that's what he'd be saying. Give it up and being real handsy, and it's going to be a tie-up, and that tie-up will stay with Leslie County. Wilson bringing it down.
I was going to say the same thing, Manus. As that ball comes down, you've got 3 Lady Bears reaching in there.
Got to make quick decisions. Comes out to Napier. Looking inside. Turner goes in off the board, and it's going to be missed. Cochran with a rebound down the left side. Had no behind the defense briefly. Knocked away, and that's going to be a foul. That's going to be on, looks like that's going to be on Taylor Couch, and that will send Cochran to the line.
And, Ava came in there with the strip, and we've saw her do that so many times.
And that one's going to be long. Cochran 68% on the season. Black Bears shoot 64.5% from the free throw line as a team. Makes the second one.
Harlan's extended the lead 18-14 right now.
Overloading the right side, trying to get to Wilson. Wilson's got it, turns back, turns again.
Nice
up and under, misses it, knocks out of bounds, and it will stay with Leslie County.
Yeah, really nice post move by Wilson, just missed the shot. But right now, Leslie County has it. Wilson's the only option they've got right now on offense.
So far, it is.
Couch has been a little cold from the three-point line.
Knocked away and stolen. Nice job that time. Robinson played the entry pass perfectly.
Yeah, you can see that lane's really open right there.
Simpson went in there, but Napier had her hands on it. Wilson with a rebound, looking up early to knocked away as Robinson turned quickly, and that's another turnover.
Boy, Harlan's
had
their hands on a lot of passes already this game.
Nice screen. 15-footer comes up short. Wilson rebound. Goes to Taylor Couch, and she'll balance the floor a little bit. Thought to, but Simpson turned her back. Floater goes in.
Really nice move by Couch. Usually known for a three-point shooting, but that time, great little hesitation dribble to go baseline and hit the soft floater.
And she's in the scoring column for the first time. Simpson comes off the screen 3, and it's going to be long. Rebound to Napier. Down the sideline to Turner. Crossover dribble back to Wilson. She'll turn, but nice defense by Cochran. Napier goes through, and she is fouled. That's going to be on Clem, and that's her second foul. And in will come the freshman Reagan Landa. Nice job of defense by Lacey Robinson as she gets a break.
Yeah, she did a great job walling off Wilson down there on the post.
Kicker to Taylor Couch, and she goes in and she goes up. That foul is going to be on Clem, I believe, and that's going to be her third foul. And Taylor Couch will go to the line for 2 shots. Maybe I'm wrong. I cannot see over there with the player numbers, but they...
Yeah, you would think that he would have taken her out if that was her third.
And she'll make the second. Simpson will bring it up, and maybe I'm wrong. We're up here on the second level, so we'll have to get clarification. No, we'll go in, turn back. Simpson with a 15-footer comes up short. Hochstetler with a rebound.
Yeah, I kind of felt like the last two possessions, Harlan County's forced their offense just a little bit.
And there's Simpson with her hands, gives it out here
Nice.
to Clem. She's going to go in, and it's blocked. Rebound's going to come to Turner. Napier goes inside, knocked away and out of bounds. And that foul's going to be on No, and that's going to be her second.
So foul trouble really starting to mount up for the Harlan Lady Bears.
Yep. Out will come into the game first for Leslie County will be Sam Gay, and out will come Peyton Hochstetler. Comes into Gay.
Couch thought about it from way downtown, but thought better of it.
Goes into Wilson, turns, gives it back out to Couch. You don't think about that one, misses it, and the rebound will come to Clem.
Yeah, Harlan County has did a great job on the glass tonight.
Yes. Knocked away. Couch has it, goes in, knocked away from her, and we're up and down.
The pace is really fast.
And off the board and in goes Cochran. And I think we've got a timeout by Coach Greer, and it's going to be a full timeout, and we'll take a break because we need one on Hometown 24.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management. Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to the Bank of Hindman Hometown 24 game of the week, and we've got it, Andy, going so far.
Yes, we do. I've got whiplash from looking up and down the court as these 2 teams hustle from goal to goal.
Gay will turn back. Wilson back up, and it's going to be good on Wilson. Wilson turned back, and that foul I was trying to hear who that was on.
Yeah,
I thought it was on Clem, and I must have missed a foul somewhere.
Well, the Leslie County Pep section, even though maybe few in number, are many in the decibel level.
Yeah, we've had to turn it back down. Wilson once again knocks down the free throw, and Leslie County's going up 21-20 here in the second quarter. Runyon's into the basketball game. Ball is stolen. Couch has it. 18-footer, good.
Well, that's a great shot by Couch off the dribble, pulling up to hit the jump
Give her
shot.
6.
And if she gets going, look out, ladies and gentlemen.
And you know, those free throws, we've said numerous times, when you see it go through the go, do much better. Miss on the shot. Napier with a rebound. All 5 back. Napier goes in. Nobody there. Good defense by Harlan County. But the Runyons, it was Landa had the rebound, and Napier come from behind to steal the basketball. 3 by Gay with a rebound. Wilson goes in, and Landa with a foul. And that's going to be her second.
Pretty good defense, but, Wilson, she's become such a...
learning to put the shoulder.
Yes, exactly. Get that shoulder in to draw the contact.
Wilson will shoot 2. So far, she is 4 of 4. Make that 5 of 5. Shoots 57% from the free throw line. But
everything about her game has improved.
Yep.
And Leslie County's got to get a run on the rim right here. They're settling for jump shots instead of going on in.
Harlan County.
Harlan County.
Coach Greer's calls out a different call and trying to get a little bit of movement, and there is some movement coming. Simpson goes against Turner, goes in with a floater, nice move, and puts it in. Give her 6.
That was a tough shot, Manus player.
That was a tough shot. Oh, yes. You can difficulty with watching the Olympics, we'll give her a 9.9
yes, exactly.
on the style part.
I'm telling you, these young girls from Harlan are going to be a hoot to watch in the next 3 years.
Yep. So I hope nobody's giving up on them over in Harlan County. Goes through. Wilson lost control of it. Gay's there to put it back in.
And that's the difference with that rebounding, that when they're getting those second chance shots. And, when you're doubling Wilson so hard, it leaves that backside open for the rebound. Leslie County opened up with their largest lead of the game so far, ahead by 5.
Cochran gives it to Simpson for the wide open 3. She knocks it down. 46 threes.
That time, had a chance to really set her feet, and, when she does, she's deadly.
And she put her radar out, and she hit it.
Yes, she did.
And, she shoots 32% and got 46, so she shot a pretty good amount of three-pointers this year. Goes into Wilson. Nice defense by Simpson, and that's going to cause a turnover on Leslie County, and that's that dig down coming down from the free throw line, or the free throw line extended once one of the post people get the ball down there.
Yeah, the ball's got to come back out of the post a little bit quicker.
Simpson, can they put her head? No, it was on target. Landa will run it down in the corner to Runyons. Coach Greer said, let's run it over, and goes in, gives it up to Landa. Up off the board, no, and it's going to be Wilson. Under 30 seconds left in this first half. We'll have the double quick halftime show at the half, and we'll talk about the district matchups. Goes into Gay, and she misses it, but she was fouled.
But that time, Wilson got the ball out much quicker than she had the previous couple of times.
And that's going to be on Noel, and that's going to be her third, and Gay will go to the line to shoot 2. First one is good. Into the basketball game for the first time for the Lady Black Bears will be Shasta Brackett. She's a freshman, second one for Gay, and it is good as well.
Gay, really nice looking free throws.
A show of respect by Coach Farmer when Simpson gets the basketball backing up.
Yeah. Now she's got it on the string.
6 seconds. 5, 4, they gotta go, and Coach Greer's saying you gotta go, and they're not gonna get anything off, and that's gonna end the first half with Leslie County ahead of Harlan County, 29-25, and we'll be right back with the double quick halftime show, so stick with us.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Brought to you by Double Quick, Keisha Caldwell Bankruptcy Express, Hometown Pharmacy and Hazard, Mountain Health Alliance, TPBT Bancorp, Primary Care Centers, Kentucky Farm Bureau Whitesburg, and Heidi Hoffensberger Law.
Welcome back to the Double Quick halftime show. Leslie County ahead of the Harlan County Lady Bears, 29-25. Going over the scoring real quick, Jim. We've got first for Harlan County, J.C. Simpson with 9. Clem has 2. Cochran with 3. Landa played, did not score. Napier had 2. Runyons failed to score. No with 7. Robinson with 2, and Brackett played, did not score. 14 in the first quarter, 11 in the second quarter for a total of 25. Foul trouble, No has 3, and I believe Clem has 4, but that we'll have to check that. Landa has 2. From the free throw line, they were 2 of 4. Leslie County, you have Turner, who played and did not score, and predominantly her job was to guard Simpson, and that's a tall task.
Yes, it
in
is.
itself. Taylor Couch with 6 there in the second quarter for a total of 6. Lexi Wilson with 15. Hochstetler played, did not score. Napier had 4. Natalie Banks picked up those 2 early fouls and did not score. Off the bench came Sam Gay, and she had 4. By quarter, you have Leslie County with 12 and 17 for a total of 29. From the free throw line, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 out of 13.
Well, that's getting it done.
And that was kind of like what Harlan County did over there with the 18 of 19. Of course, talking a little bit about and in the game itself is looks like foul trouble getting into Harlan County.
Well, you know, Leslie County's made a concerted effort to get the ball down inside, and with those 15 points, you know, Wilson's drew some fouls, and then that's kind of, you know, instead of settling for the jumper, Ava Napier's drew some fouls.
And they did that early.
Yeah, driving into the basket. You know, Harlan, even though there's a pretty large free throw disparity at this point, you know, Harlan County settling for a lot more of the jump shots
Mid-range.
instead of driving it in to draw those fouls.
So, you know, things going on, and we're going to talk a little bit. And first for Harlan County, and they're going to be playing of course, they're in the 52nd district. They're going to be playing Middlesboro at Bell County, and they have split with Middlesboro, and they will play Monday night at 7:30 over at Bell County on Log Mountain. Of course, Leslie County will be playing in the 54th district, and of course, they'll also be playing playing Monday night at Hazard, and they will be playing Perry County Central. Also that night, if I can get my paper straight here, you've also got Hazard and Buckhorn. They'll play the first game, and that's going to be held at Hazard. Hazard, Buckhorn, Leslie, and Perry Central. In the 55th girls, it will be on Monday night. It will be Wolfe County and Jackson City, and the winner of that game will play on Wednesday. They'll play Breathitt County, and that's going to be held at Breathitt County High School. The 56th District girls, Estill County on Monday night will play Lee County at 6, and then following that, it will be Owsley County versus Powell County, and that will be played at Lee County. So
it's that time.
It's that time, and unlike Middlesboro and Harlan County, when you look at all those matchups I just mentioned, it's all first-round matches. As the top seed has won both matchups.
Yeah. The only one that it hasn't is the 53rd, and
that would be with.
In the 53rd, you had Letcher will play.
If Letcher and not Central were to play, that would be a split up. But I'm talking about first round.
The first round. You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Manus. I should have knew better than to try to correct you. I have tried that for several years, and I have yet to prove him wrong.
Yeah, that's because I got it written down. That's the only reason I know that. I'm too old to remember everything.
Looking over those matchups, and we'll, for our Harlan County people, we're going to probably stick mostly with the 14th region. That's been kind of where we've been most of the year.
Yeah.
That Leslie County Perry game, even though we saw Leslie annihilate Perry the last time we played, Perry's playing better ball right now.
They are.
That could be a very interesting
and
first
it's going to be on a neutral court.
Yes. Very interesting. It's not a good matchup for Perry. We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
But Perry has.
In the 54th always has something, always throws a kink into something.
Yeah.
Boys or girls sometimes. But I just think there is going to be one. We just can't foresee it.
Oh, no.
And it may be somebody that is 0-2 that decides that, whoa, you've got something going on. And who knows what you can do. You can knock them down. You get 10 or 12 three-pointers going, and you can come out on top. And the thing about it is we're not going to don't look like we'll get to the boys on the matchups in the 14th region, but let's talk just real quickly about what's going to transpire. We've got about a minute here. What does Harlan County need to do?
Well, I think offensively they have got to get downhill and start drawing a few fouls coming in, and they've had spurts that they've taken good shots, and they've had spurts where they've taken bad shots. And Coach Greer, I'm sure, is saying, hey, listen, we are at our best when we're 6-footer in around the rim. And then defensively, Harlan County, they did a pretty good job, I felt like, defensively, sans the fouls.
Well, when you look at Leslie County, they have not made a three-pointer.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that he's thinking and looking at that and saying, they're not making three-pointers. We're going to let them shoot them.
That's right.
We're going to pack the paint in here and not allow anything to happen. What about Leslie County?
Well, I think with Leslie County, I think it's all about ball movement. Wilson, had 15 big points, but she also had it stripped 4 or 5 times in the paint. She's got to realize that double team's coming and get rid of it a little bit quicker. And I think that Couch, because it's going to be tough sledding for Ava Napier the way that zone's packed in. Couch has got to get hot from the three-point line.
And we're right back to action. Thank you for joining us here on the Double Quick Halftime Show, and we appreciate Double Quick all this year for sponsoring the halftime, and that's going to be a foul on Turner. That's going to be her first. Simpson does a really good job of staying low. You hear David Adams talking about it, staying low and keeping their shoulder in. There goes Clem to the basket.
And I like that. Came out, exactly what we talked about, getting downhill and driving in, either drawing the foul or the shot. There was a little contact there, but no foul called.
Yep. And, Robinson has done an outstanding job of setting let's call them legitimate screens.
I would not want to have one of those. I wouldn't want to run into one of those, Manus.
And goes in, knocked away. It was Cochran as Ava Napier knocks it away. Goes to Wilson, back to Turner. Knocked away and stolen. Good hands by Simpson. Got a 2 against 2. Clem with a kickback, and it's going to go to Cochran 3, and it's going to come up short.
Yeah, I would like to see Simpson take that one onto the rack right there.
Napier goes in blocked. And that foul is going to be on Simpson, and that will send Napier to the line. First one up is good.
So Leslie County's perfect streak at the line has stayed intact.
I'm not sure if I've seen a team this year that's made 14 in a row.
Yeah, well, there we go. Sorry about that, Ava.
Cochran with the rebound. We'll let them talk to you after the game. Floater by Clem, misses it, rebound to Banks.
Great looking drive and shot right there. Just didn't go in from Clem.
Turner long 3 doesn't go. Nice box out. Knocked away. It was knocked out of bounds by Turner. Robinson with a rebound. A little bit too quick. She needs to turn her hips a little bit on that outlet. Simpson, it comes into Simpson, and it's going to be on the line by Turner touching the basketball out of bounds, and it will stay with Harlan County.
Yeah, that press relentless for Leslie County right now.
Simpson with a basketball, left hand. Steps gives it back to Simpson, and it really reset.
And Leslie's a very good on-ball defensive team.
No, picks the ball up. Simpson into the lane, goes up, and it's going to be knocked away. Banks with the rebound. Coach Greer not liking the whistle call right now.
He is not.
Or lack of, I should say. Napier throws it up, out of control with it, and here comes Clem. Into the lane, turns.
Nice
pivot.
move from Clem.
Kicker to Cochran, and Banks doesn't go, but the wrong rebound. Nobody's going to get to it. And I think that's going to be on Simpson.
Yeah.
Her second. You know, Cochran not able to knock that down yet.
Yeah.
But, you know, she's made 31 threes on the season, and she's had some pretty good looks. Goes into Wilson. She'll turn, gives back out once again. Nice defense by Robinson in the post.
You know, I'm sure after having to defend the young lady from Bell County.
Oh, yeah. Nothing compared to the big Lamb girl. No. And I believe she was named the 13th Region Player of the Year.
Really? Well,
I believe so.
She was very impressive when we watched her play.
Really tough to move and a very agile girl for her size. Simpson's got it 3 against 2. She goes into the lane up and puts it in.
And that's that downhill run.
Yep. She's got double figures with 11 as they draw within 3. Turns once again. Robinson, good defense. 3 by Couch. Hits the backboard a little bit, and Turner with the offensive putback. First bucket for her.
Yeah, Turner's did a great job defensively tonight, but right there getting a little offense.
Coming off the screen was Cochran. The pin down screen, Clem did a good job of pinning her down.
Just didn't catch it clean.
Napier loses it. I didn't realize she was back in the game. Knocked away by Turner and out of bounds.
And I like seeing that sportsmanship over there. The Harlan County Black Bear reaches over and picks up a Lady Eagle and pats her on the back, and that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly right, Jim. Kick out comes to Napier off the double screen. You've got Cochran goes into the lane, goes up, and she is going to be fouled that time by Napier.
And right now, Harlan County's doing a great job at getting their offensive girls a clean pass to the goal, and that's 2 or 3 times in a row they've been able to do it. They just haven't been able to take advantage of it.
Well, they come off the pin down screen real quickly, and you get that downward north-south motion going, and it's really hard to catch up. And Napier, in that case, was not able to catch up and got called for the foul. Cochran makes the first. Second one is up, and it rolls and goes in as well. Give her 5. Napier trying to beat them down quickly, but Harlan County was back on defense. Breaks the count on 4 and misses it. Rebound's going to come out, and that's going to be Napier.
Yeah, that was a nice take by Couch, but
nice
good defense.
Look. Yep, and Cochran open 3, misses it. Yet to be able to put one of those down from that side over there. Goes up to Wilson. Nice catch off the board, and she'll put it in.
Yeah, that was a great catch in traffic right there by Wilson.
And that's going to be, yeah, it was, wasn't it? And that's going to be a full timeout. We'll take a full timeout, too. So stay with us on Hometown 24.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Tucked deep within the rolling hills and ancient ridgelines of the Appalachian Mountains, Eastern Kentucky is a place where heritage runs deep and community runs deeper. Known for its coal mining legacy, bluegrass traditions, and fiercely proud people, this region tells a story of resilience, creativity, and quiet beauty. I'm going to take you along with me as I visit some different counties of Eastern Kentucky and explore what all this amazing region has to offer. Hi, I'm Rebecca McCauley, and this is Bluegrass and Backroads.
After the bucket by Lexi Wilson, Coach Farmer with the timeout. Now we've got looks like the diamond and one coming out. Simpson recognized, gives it out to Napier down the sideline, goes to Cochran, 2 against 1, step through off the board and misses it. Fight for the rebound, and Wilson rips it out of there. Gives it up to Turner. We'll had Wilson on the block momentarily, wide open, and failed to get it to her. Turner to the baseline side. Nice job coming over, but I thought.
Nice pass.
And Banks will score her first bucket of the night.
Boy, Wilson's having herself a night, man, this player.
She definitely is. Comes down. Clem, 18-footer. It's going to be long. And the press is doing what it's intended to.
Speeding them up.
Yep. Long throw, but Napier is back.
Yeah,
Simpson with it. That was an ill-advised pass. Simpson to Napier. Goes into the lane, puts it up, and it's going to go.
Well, that's a nice shot through the contact to get it in.
The 8th grader with her 4th point. We've said it numerous times, and we'll say it again. These Lady Black Bears are going to be something special.
Oh, they're going to be trouble for everybody over there in the 13th.
Long 3 comes up short. Rebound to Simpson. It's got a 2 against 2. Step through by Cochran off the board. Misses it. Rebound Napier, and here we go the other way.
She's going to put it in another gear.
And that's going to be, and Napier should not have come down. She had good position. You'll get that every single time. Napier's going to pick up her second, and Ava Napier will go to the line. And that one's going to be good. Runyons will come in, and Napier will go out.
Boy, for an 8th grader, she's got a lot of game.
Second one up, and it's going to roll in. And here comes the press again. And it's going to be thrown away as Clem tried to get it back and reverse the basketball back to Cochran. And Coach Greer, it was a timeout, and it's going to be a 30, and we'll stay right here. And The press has forced Harlan County into some things that maybe, I mean, if you knock them down, that's one thing, but when you don't knock them down, you got to take it to the rack.
Yeah, I agree 100%, Miss. And then, you know, it's like a pressure cooker, and that lid starts to shake, and you're like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And, you know, almost a hot potato the last couple of times Harlan County's had the ball.
And, you know, it's taken the basketball out of Simpson's hands. And, you know, she's the predominant ball handler. Here we go as we go back to action with 2:30 in the third quarter. And there's Simpson, 2 against 1. Simpson steps through, gains it back, and it was knocked away by Couch. Probably the only time she's made a bad decision in the open floor. She probably had to bounce pass to the opposite.
Yeah, she did, and she kind of tried the ball fake.
Yeah. Runyons with a wide open 3, doesn't go. Rebound to Clem. Clem turns off the board, misses it. Rebound, and I think got tied up, and got tied up with Landa. And it is, and that's going to be Landa's third.
You know, Harlan County, we know they like to shoot the 3.
Yeah.
Just really struggling from behind the arc tonight. I don't know really what their stats are.
31.5%, make about 7 a game. So tonight they just haven't gone down.
No.
Napier goes in there and she misses it. Rebound is going to be Cochran's. Landa goes in off the board, misses another one. Fight for it, and it's going to be knocked away.
Yeah, you know, Harlan, you know, getting a lot of good looks. You know, I'm sure Coach Greer, you know, is
frustrated from it.
Yeah, it's frustrating when they don't go down.
And I think that foul, is Simpson coming out? Simpson's coming out. I think it was called on Landa, and if that's on Landa, that's her fourth. And Turner will go to the line. That is the 5th team foul, and she'll shoot 2. And first one is good.
Leslie County have really shot the ball well from the free throw line. David Adams, if you're watching, I'm sure you are appreciating the free throw performance by the Lady Eagles.
I mean, as a team, they shoot 64.7, and that one's going to be long. Rebound comes to Clem. You did it twice.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything else about the free throws.
Nice job of Clem getting back in the middle of the floor. All the way to Runyons. Jump shot, no, misses it. Rebound to Turner. Turner right down the middle, kicks it back, but Landa nice hands, and we got 2 points over there in the garbage can. I think we may need to work on that basketball a little bit.
Ava Napier she touched it, but she's like, no, give us a towel.
I don't think I would have done that.
I believe there's some Copenhagen on that ball, Manus Blair.
Oh, my. Might need to go get another basketball.
You know, when we did our bloodborne pathogen training, I don't know if the towel would be what would be needed for that basketball.
Oh, no. Don't even talk about that. I've watched that film about 422 times in my lifetime. 39-31, 1 minute and 14 seconds to go in the third quarter here in Leslie County basketball underneath. Comes into Banks, and it's nice hands
such
by
active
Cochran.
hands.
Cochran will go in and put it in.
You know, you turn around and look how quick Harlan County gets back on defense. I mean, you know, they really sprint back and get into that 2-3. It's really fast.
Yep. Cochran with 7 and being very active. Wilson into the lane, goes up with it, misses it. Rebound is fought for, and it will be a jump ball, and it will stay with Leslie County with 48.8 seconds to go.
You know, neither team has shot a lot of shots or had any much success from the three-point line tonight.
Kick out to Couch, and they were there for it. Turner goes into the lane, knocked away. She'll knock it away. Napier with a long 3, and it will go.
And maybe I just double unjinxed them.
And that's going to be into Runyons as the press comes up under 30 seconds. Cochran sprints down, gives it up to Clem. 20 seconds. Landa, nice pump fake, goes up, and she is fouled.
Yeah, that was a really nice move by Landa.
And that's going to be on Wilson, and that's Wilson's second foul, and Landa will go to the line. The freshman shoots 52% from the foul line, and she'll miss the first.
Boy, and they really need to get these free throws to go right now.
Gay and Kinley Napier will come in for the first time for Coach Farmer as Banks and Turner will go out.
Just trying to get them a little extra extended break right here going into the fourth quarter.
Well, and you know, Coach Greer's done a nice job of giving Simpson a little bit of a break here at the latter part of the third. Knocks down the second one. 42-34, 10 seconds. Napier with the basketball, 5. They got to get it off quickly. Couch does get it off, misses it, gets it off, and Napier will put it in. And that will end the third quarter, and that will be for Leslie County, 44-34, and we'll be back with the fourth. Stay with us.
Hey Appalachia, we should probably admit this. We're kinda obsessed with you. The mountains, the back roads, the small towns, and the people. We've been everywhere together. At Appalachian Wireless, we built a network just for you, with local people who actually answered the phone. Can you imagine that? So this February, why settle for temporary with a big carrier who doesn't really know you? Go with the one who's loyal, local, and totally in love with Appalachia. Appalachian Wireless. So this connection, it's the real deal. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Heinemann Pharmacy, located inside the new Heinemann Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a favorite medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Heinemann Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Heinemann Bypass. Call the Heinemann Pharmacy at 785-0513.
Welcome back to Leslie County High School as we go to the fourth quarter. Leslie County up 44-34 on Harlan County, and Harlan County got to make those shots around the bucket right now. And like you said, taking the ball actively to the go, and Simpson back after a little bit of a break, and here we go.
Yeah, and right now Leslie County, biggest lead of the game for them at 10.
Kicker to Clem. Goes into Napier, who came back in during the in between. Simpson trying to find a seam, and Simpson goes through, gives it up to Cochran. 3. They go
Finally
down.
gets one to go down.
Cochran with double figures, and here comes a 2-1-2 press. Napier comes through, gives it up to Taylor Couch.
Yeah, so hard.
Nice job, and that's going to be a foul. And that foul will be on Taylor Couch. Nice hands by Simpson.
You know, she did that all game long, man. It's,
Yep.
you know, and Harlan County as a team are very active with their hands. Rick Patino would be very appreciative.
Very quick hands. Goes to Napier. Napier bounce pass goes to Robinson, and she'll throw it away as Napier will pick it up. Napier will shoot the long 3, and it comes up short.
Napier's not shy, Manus player.
Nope. Simpson and the other Napier can, it doesn't go, and Kinley Napier will pick it up. Taylor Napier, the 8th grader, it did everything but go
rattle
down.
around.
Goes into Wilson. Wilson will turn. Napier bounce pass to Wilson. Nice job, and that's going to be a tie-up, and it will stay with Leslie County. As soon as that ball was on the floor, then Taylor Napier turned and caused the held basketball. Napier goes in. Turns, Wilson misses it, but there's Gay, and she'll put it in.
Yeah, Gay's had a really nice game.
6 points off the bench.
A dangerous pass.
And it's knocked away. Taylor Napier with it. Hesitation dribble, floater, and it's good.
You know, I've been really impressed with Couch tonight. You know, not be able to score the three-pointer like she has. She did an excellent job putting the ball on the floor and hitting that floater.
And Robinson's come up a little bit gimpy. Not sure if she's got a wrap on her left ankle. Not sure. I didn't see what happened. Going down to check on her. And they're going and they're going to make that one. And that gives Couch 9. Clem with a nice reverse dribble and left-hand dribble gets it up into the corner to Cochran.
Yeah, Cochran probably could have took the shot there.
Leslie County up 12 right now. That's the biggest lead so far. Napier, 15-footer, it doesn't go. And the rebound's going to come to Ava Napier. She's pushing it down the right side, reverses back. And it's stolen by Simpson. And that's going to be a foul on Turner. That's going to be Turner's second foul.
Yeah, Simpson has had an absolute bucket of deflections tonight.
Telling you what, if you're the point guard on the other team, you better be knowing where she's at the and it's going to be over the top of Clem, and that's going to be an unforced turnover on Harlan County. Goes to Taylor Couch, being double teamed over there, and once again, Simpson right in that passing lane. Ava Napier, long three, comes up short, rebound knocked around, and Landa will come up with it. Splits to Simpson, and she'll knock it down.
She is an impressive young lady to watch on the basketball floor.
Give her 13, and she's probably got 13 deflections or whatever it may be. And Simpson's going to pick up a foul, and I believe that's her third. Turner with a basketball, knocked away once again by Simpson, and adds it to that ever-growing number.
Yeah, I tell you what, she could walk through New York City, she'd come back with 10 or 12 watches and 3 or 4 wallets, David.
I might holler at John Henson and let him tell me how many deflections if he keeps them down there. And Kenley Napier with a bank shot, give her 4. Napier with the basketball, gives it over to Simpson. Napier with it, loses control a little bit. Clem into the lane, and the kicker, nope. Knocked away from Gay. Napier will get it. Kicker to Cochran. Can she knock one down? Nope. Rebound Napier. Off the board, misses it. Turner rebound.
Yeah, there's just been a lid on the basket all game long for Harlan County.
Gay with a 16-footer. Doesn't go. Rebound Landa. Napier goes there to Clem, up with a shot. Snake bit on that side, aren't they?
Yeah, they sure are.
Napier will try it again from 3. Doesn't go. There's Clem with a rebound. Actively going to the boards.
Well, you know, when Wilson's not in the game, it really changes your ability to get on the boards.
And that's going to be a foul, and that will send Napier to the line. And that's going to be on Turner, and that's going to be her third. Napier will go to the line. She is a 75% free throw shooter. Wilson and Banks in, and Gay and Napier out for Leslie County.
Yeah, Gay and Napier have given them some great minutes off the bench tonight.
Let's see if on a make free throw here of Harlan. Oh, and I've jinxed her. And Landa is going to get called for a walk. And Harlan County is going to call a timeout, and it will be a full timeout, and we'll take one too. 51-40, Leslie County.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn. It is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, mat program, x-ray, and transportation. Little Flower Clinic Rheumatology, Dr. Travis Sizemore and Brianna Cornitz, treating autoimmune disorders such as lupus and rheumatoid arthritis, and more. 487-9505. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Welcome back after the timeout by Harlan County, 51-40. Leslie County halfway through the fourth quarter. I would say we're going to see a heavy dose of press here by Harlan County.
You know, it's just so hard to press. Like when Ava Napier gets, she is so fast. And they've got so many girls that can handle the ball.
And it was the 1-2-2, and immediately it went to the middle of the floor, and then you've got to disband your press after that.
Yeah, Lady Eagles are very well coached. Coach Farmer does a great job.
Versus the basketball, they may be a little bit more patient with that amount of time left on the clock. And just as I say that, Turner shoots it. And Landa is going to be fouled by Wilson. And that's going to be third foul on Wilson.
You know, if there's one bit of kryptonite for Wilson, you kind of see it there. That over the back, that reach around.
Cheap fouls is what I call them.
Yeah, exactly.
Or right in front of the official. It's nothing, you never draw blood from it, I guess is the old saying. Cochran with a floater misses it. Rebound's going to come down to Wilson. Outlet, Napier, I thought they had an opportunity to steal that. We neared the 3-minute mark. Harlan County got get some turnovers here. Couch with a long three, and it's going to come up short. And there's going to be a run out. Clem's going to go in, and it's blocked from behind. Cochran with it, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it will stay with Harlan County.
Yeah, you see Banks, hustles down so quick. You think there's no way. It's a run out, and just sheer hustle gets down there and disrupts the play.
Staggered screen for Cochran, misses it. There's Banks to get the rebound.
Yeah, Cochran just had a hard time finding the range tonight. Kind of looked for Leslie County at some point to take a little air out of the ball.
And Couch looks over at Coach Farmer, and I think they may just shuttle it down just a wee bit. And it's going to be, I thought it was going to be held there for a second. Couch is going to shoot the three, and it's going to be pure. First three on the night. And that gives her 12. And that was a big kick in the stomach right there for Harlan County.
Hold the ball and run almost a minute off the clock and end it with the three.
Simpson steps through left hand. Nice move. Give her 15.
Look at this. Ava Napier just blow by.
And it was blocked by Landa. And Clem's behind. Simpson doesn't see her now. She looks up, gives it to Clem. Clem's got the angle there. Kicker out to Cochran for the three. Doesn't go. Just
great
can't get it.
Yep, and sometimes it just starts shrinking after you miss 2 or 3. But to give her credit, she's still firing them.
And that's what shooters do.
Yep, shooters got to shoot.
Napier will dribble back, and Harlan County's went to man-to-man here, and that's going to be the trap, and Simpson once again steals it. Clem, left hand, and she's going to be, and it's going to be a foul, and that foul will be on Ava Napier. And, Jim, I just want to say with the regular season ending, I want to thank all the fans of Letcher County, Knott County, Harlan County, Purry County, Breathitt County, Leslie County.
Oh, I tell you, it's been a ride.
That has always been good to us when we come into a gym.
Yeah, we average doing about 4 games a week, and our wives, I want to give a shout out to them.
Yeah, do that.
For putting up with us being gone so much. Maybe they like it.
I'm fearful of that. But we want to thank everybody that tunes into Hometown 24, and we do appreciate it. And that one's going to roll in.
Yeah, and 14th Region basketball, which we mostly cover, which we stepped over into the 13th a little bit this year, but, it's just such a joy to go watch. And we become so close with all the different players and coaches from every team, and we love to watch them succeed.
Yep, and love watching girls and boys basketball, and looking forward to the postseason. 103 is Emily Caldwell, for the senior for Leslie County, is in the basketball game. All the seniors out there, and Napier will go into there, and Wilson has the basketball, and she's tied up. Caldwell's thought she was going to put it up, and it's going to be stolen, and I didn't catch number 12, Shasta Brackett came in. Turner is going to go in and off the board and put it in. And that's probably just about, I'm sure that's going to wrap it up. We're going to say good luck to Harlan County and good luck to Leslie County next week in their postseason games. Long three, not there. Tip, and Caldwell will get the rebound. And that's going to do it.
Our Alice Lloyd player of the game, Lexi Wilson.
She got off to a really good start.
I'd mentioned it in the pregame, so Lexi, I gave you a little extra luck tonight. You've really improved your game over the course of the year. Congratulations.
And like I said, Lexi Wilson will be our Alice Lloyd College player of the game, and real quickly scoring for Harlan County as they will drop to 13 and 13. Once again, they will play Middlesboro Monday at Bell County. Clem will have 3-10 for Cochran. Landa had 1. Taylor Napier had 5. Runyons failed to score. No had 7. 2 for Robinson. Hopefully she's okay. Brackett played and did not score as well as Griffin. By quarter, 14, 11, 9, and 9 for a total of 43. For the Leslie County Lady Eagles, they will improve to 21 and 7. They will play Purry Central at Hazard at the second game Monday night. Kinley Napier with 4. Peyton Turner with 5. Taylor Couch with 12. Lexi Wilson, our Alice Lloyd College player of the game, with 17. Hochstetler failed to score. Ava Napier with 10. Natalie Banks with 2. Sam Gay with 6. And by quarter, 12, 17, 15, and 12 for a total of 56. Last thoughts?
Well, first of all, I want to tell all of our listeners out there we'll be covering the 54th and 53rd championship games in the district, boys and girls. So, be looking for us. If you can't make it out, and we do encourage you, please make it out to the games.
And that will be the championship games
the championship
of the 54th.
Games of the 54th, yes.
And in the 53rd, we will also be doing the championship games. Me and Jim will be doing those, and we've got some other games going on, and Jim, David and Brian will be doing on hometown, not on hometown, but on Heroes and Icons. We'll be doing the 57th, and that will be on Monday through Thursday. Jim and I will be Wednesday. We'll be at Hazard for the girls' championship. Thursday night we'll be at the 53rd District
girls,
and then
Friday, we'll be back at Knott County for the 53rd District Boys Championship.
I think I've got all that right.
Yep.
Just look on her home page and her Facebook page. And
really quickly, thoughts on the game before we get out of here. Leslie County, a little much for Harlan tonight. Really a great game, though, for Leslie County to play going into tournament play. And this Harlan County team, I promise you folks, fans in Harlan County, be patient, because this team, this group, Coach Greer, they're going to have a special bunch to watch as the years go by. So,
and not saying that their season's
no,
done,
not at all.
But I echo those same thoughts.
Very fun to watch, high energy, hustle, good attitudes, and a lot of talent out there.
And
those
if they'd
young
have made
ladies.
their shots, this may have been a
Totally
completely
different game.
different story. So, with that being said, want to thank everybody. Want to thank Leslie County High School. Want to thank our hometown crew of Stephen and Brady. As always, been the best at what they do. And want to thank Jim. Want to thank David Adams and Brian Johnson and all the other hometown 24 crew that always helped us throughout the regular season. And
you know what it is now, though, don't you? It's tournament time.
Oh, no. And now you lose a game and you go home.
Yep, so it's that time. I'm fired up.
So be looking for us, and I want to say good night and God bless, and we'll see you on the road somewhere.